So in this part of the video I will explain refractive index and lenses, type of lenses and the terms associated with lenses. Dear students, actually I have already told you that this chapter is a lengthy chapter and I am making video of each part. That's why this chapter comes in 8 parts. In 8 videos I will complete the chapter. I think this is the 5th or 6th part of the video. In this video we will see refractive index, lenses and terms associated with lenses. So let us start. Refractive index. As you know that an index is a number which show the value of something. Similarly, refractive index is defined as it is the index which tells at what extent light will bend when it goes from one medium to another medium. Two types of refractive indices are there. First one is absolute refractive index and the second one is relative refractive index. Now we will see one by one. First is absolute refractive index. It is defined as the ratio of speed of light in air or vacuum to speed of light in another given medium. It is denoted by a Greek letter called nu and like letter called nu, N-E-U, or somewhere it is also written as mu, U like letter, that is called mu, M-E-U. So mathematically absolute refractive index equals to the speed of light in air or vacuum divided by speed of light in the other medium, or it represented as nu equals to C upon V, where C is the speed of light in air or vacuum and V is the speed of light in any other medium. C is the speed of light and value of C is constant, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and V may be speed of light in water, speed of light in glass, alcohol, diamond or whatever. So refractive index is a unitless quantity because we are dividing speed to speed. That's why speed will cancel out and the unit of refractive index means it has no unit. The second one is relative refractive index. It is defined as the ratio of absolute refractive index of medium 2 with respect to absolute refractive index of medium 1 when light goes from one medium to medium 2. Now let us make it clear with this diagram. Here x dash is the interface, AO is the incident ray, OB is the refracted ray. This is medium 1, let it be water. This is medium 2, let it be glass. Water medium is rarer respective to glass. So light ray enters from water to glass, bends towards the normal. Now what happens? In above diagram, light enters from water to glass. We have to write absolute refractive index, that is absolute refractive index of medium 2 to absolute refractive index of medium 1. For relative refractive index we have to write absolute refractive index of medium 2 divided by absolute refractive index of medium 1. Now mathematically it is represented as W nu G. W nu G means refractive index of glass with respect to water. refractive index of glass with respect to water is denoted as W nu G. That is relative refractive index of glass with respect to water. Now from the above definition, it is written as absolute refractive index of water to absolute refractive index of glass. That is Ri of medium 2 divided by Ri of medium 1. Ri of medium 2 is N2 nu 2 and Ri of medium 1 is N1 nu 1. So nu 2 equals to C upon V2. We have learned it previously in the discussion of absolute refractive index. We have learned that so N2 equal to C by V2, N1 equals to C by V1. Now calculating this will further C upon V2 into V1 by C. CC will be cancelled out, so final result is V1 upon V2. So we have find that it is also written as refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. In some places, in some books, it is also written as 1 nu 2, means refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. That is absolute refractive index of medium 2 divided by absolute refractive index of medium 1, and we have calculated this V1 by V2. So nu, that is refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1, is V1 by V2, or either you write nu 21 or nu GW equals to speed of light in medium 1 divided by speed of light in medium 2. So this is the explanation of refractive index, relative refractive index. Now lens and refraction through lens. Lens is what? A lens is a transparent optical medium bounded by two surfaces, and one surface may be spherical, other plane, or both surfaces may be spherical. So out of the types of lenses, we will deal with two types of lenses in this chapter, namely concave lens and convex lens. So what is a concave lens? A lens which is thinner at the middle and thicker at the edges is called a concave lens. This is the figure of a concave lens, which is thicker at the edges and thinner at the middle. And next one is a convex lens. A lens which is thicker at the middle and thinner at the edges is called convex lens. Further, we will see the lenses and the terms associated with lenses. A lens is what? It is a part of two different solid spheres. It is a part of two different solid spheres. Two different spheres. As you are seeing in the picture, that is, this is a convex lens, and convex lens is a part of two imaginary spheres, as you are seeing. If we will imaginary produce this line, this is spherical line, this will take the form of a sphere like that. So based on the spherical surfaces, a lens has two center of curvatures. A lens has two radius of curvature. Similarly, in concave lens, it is also part of two spheres. Now we will see terms associated with lens one by one. First, aperture. Aperture is what? The effective diameter of the spherical surface of a lens is called aperture. In this lens, A dash is aperture, and in this lens, A dash is aperture. A dash is the effective diameter of the lens. Next is optical center. The geometrical center point of a lens is known as its optical center. It is represented by O. As I have drawn in this picture, this is a lens and this is the optical center. This is the concave lens and this O is the optical center. Now, center of curvature. The center of curvature is defined as the center of a spherical surface of which the lens is a part. A lens has two center of curvature, means this convex lens is a part of these two sphere, and these two sphere have center points, and these center points are called center of curvature. Similarly, on concave lens, this concave lens is a part of two different sphere, as you are seeing in the picture, and two different sphere have two center of curvatures. So a lens has two center of curvature. Point number 6 is principal focus. Lens has two principal foci, and these are represented as f1 and f2. Because a lens is a part of two imaginary spherical surfaces, so it has two foci. And the first principal focus, f1, it is a point on the principal axis of lens at which the rays starting from or directed to become parallel after refraction. It is represented as f1. See in this figure, this is a convex lens and this is the starting point of rays. The rays going in different direction. Some rays are going in this direction and falls on the lens, and after refraction it becomes parallel to the principal axis. Means f1 is the starting point of rays. In case of concave lens, rays are coming from any direction and it falls on the lens and it becomes parallel to the principal axis. But it appears that rays are coming from any direction and after refraction it meets at a point, and this meeting point, this converging point, virtual converging point, is called f1. That is principal focus 1. Next is the second principal focus, f2. It is a point on the principal axis at which the rays coming parallel to the principal axis converge on the other side or appears to converge on the same side. See in this figure, this is a convex lens. Rays coming from infinity falls on the lens, and after refraction it converges and meet at a point. That point is called principal focus 2. Here convergence takes place actually, means actual rays are meeting actually. So this meeting point of rays is called principal focus 2. And in case of concave lens, rays coming from infinity parallel to the principal axis, and after refraction it bends. But when we will produce this line backward, we find that this line meets at a point. These dotted lines meets at a point, and this meeting point, this virtual meeting point, is called focus 2. That is principal focus 2. So here light ray meets on the same side from the light is coming. So this is a virtual converging point. This is not the actual converging point of this point, is called principal focus 2. Now focal length. The distance between focus and the optical center is called focal length. It is denoted by small f. This is focus and this is optical center. So this distance will be called as focal length. I have remarked that this is called focal length, denoted by small f. Now we will see image formation from the lenses and magnification. So stay tuned and enjoy the subject.